Today's episode of Distorted View Daily is brought to you by AdamandEve.com, purveyors of fine, handcrafted, artisanal objects to cram in various fuckholes since 1970. Okay, I don't think they're handcrafted, but because artisanal has no legal definition, these sex toys are totally artisanal. The widest selection of dildos, vibrators, and butt plugs have made Adam and Eve the #1 adult toy superstore, but there's so much more than that. Visit AdamandEve.com for perfume and cologne, lingerie, underwear for men, movies, bondage wear, and necessities like condoms, lube, and something called coochie aftershave. For a limited time, just for Distorted View listeners, get 50% off just about any item when you use promo code FREAK at checkout. That's FREAK. Half off any one item is an amazing deal on its own, but we're just getting started, baby. Hold on to your King Dong dildo, which is also the name of another real product AdamandEve.com sells, because here we go. Select almost any one item for 50% off, and then Adam and Eve loads you up with an awesome selection of free stuff. Enter offer code FREAK at checkout and get 10 free gifts. A sexy item for him, a special gift for her, and a third item I think you'll both enjoy. Plus 6 free spicy movies and free shipping on your entire order. Let's recap. Get 50% off just about any item, plus 10 free gifts, including 6 free movies and free shipping. Just remember to use coupon code FREAK, F-R-E-A-K, at AdamandEve.com. Hey, freaks, it's Wednesday, October 25th, 2023. Coming up on the program today, the vaginal odor that reminds you of summertime cookouts and seaside breezes, plus poached human hermaphrodite eggs, and we've secretly switched one man's chicken nuggets with a biscuit. Let's see if he loses his goddamn mind. Distorted View Daily proudly presents Brian's Drunk Confession.
Hi, I'm Brian. And yeah, I'm a little bit drunk, but I want to show you my big, fat, nasty ass in a thong, and I hope you like it. You know, this is who I am, you know? Yeah, I'm a big, fat guy, you know, I'm wearing a thong. So what, you know, I mean, why should women have all the fun? You know, sometimes when I wear a thong, sometimes I like to fart. You know, that's pretty damn sexy, I think. See you later.
You for the Wednesday episode of DV. Have a good one for you today. You know, it's so funny how quickly we turn into the thing that we make fun of the most, which is our parents. Old people. Most can't even see that it's happening. You know, one day we're making fun of our parents for saying shit like, you know, back in my day, we didn't have calculators and computers giving us the answers to all of our math problems. We actually had to use our brains. And now, like, you know, people our age are lecturing kids about payphones. Yeah, if you were out of the house, you couldn't just text or call someone. You actually had to go find a phone and put money in it to call someone. And if they were already talking to someone, you'd get a busy signal. There would be no way to communicate with them. And, the kids don't give a shit. They're like, great, thanks, Gramps. Cool story, I guess. The thing I'm seeing more and more online is the oldness creeping into social media. So I belong to a bunch of like Gen X and Zennial groups. because I'm a nostalgia whore. People post amusing things about, movies and television shows that we grew up with, just, talking about that. And that's kind of interesting. People will occasionally post a picture that will unlock a memory like deep in the bowels of my brain, which is kind of fun. But the issue I'm having with these groups is really in the comments. We've apparently hit that age where the crotchety gene is activated. Like someone posted a picture of like all these old Little Debbie snack cakes. And the comments were like, nothing tastes good anymore. It's all the crap they're putting into our food. All the bioengineered ingredients. And it's like, Linda, you're fucking 45 years old now. The reason why food doesn't taste the same anymore is because you're not the same. Your body is starting to rot and decay. Like, stuff never tastes as good as it does when you're a child. I'm sure they've replaced ingredients and it might taste a little different. I don't know. But the reason why you're bitching and complaining about the taste is because for the last 25 years you've been chain smoking. Your taste buds are shot, you stupid cunt. Then there are always these posts, like posing questions. What's one thing that you had during your childhood that kids today don't have? Like people are like, oh, my buddy dolls, Game Boys. They talk about things that they had growing up with. And then inevitably there's, that one bitch who's like, common sense. That's something that kids are lacking today. And it's like, wow, way to suck the fun out of this. I mean, sure, it's true, but like that is such an old person thing to say, right? Someone will share with the group a bunch of albums they have and say, this is back when music was real music instead of mumbling and rapping. And the albums they're showing off are like Bon Jovi, Warrant, Cherry Pie. And it's like, okay, it's cool you like that music, but I'm going to say that even today, there's better music than Bon Jovi. I mean, you guys know me. I'm a very bitchy person. I complain about everything. For some reason, this is a pet peeve of mine. I am fighting with every fiber of my being. The urge to go the complete boomer route and start shitting on young people because their childhood experience is different than what mine was. I feel like out of all the current generations that are still alive, the people in my group should be the most understanding because we were there when there was like this huge shift from, an analog life to living an entirely digital life, having the internet. I mean, that happened when I was a teenager, right? So I, was growing up with that. So, like, we should totally understand that not everything is going to stay the same fucking forever. We're not going to be using payphones and renting VHS tapes at Blockbuster forever. Things change. Roll with the punches, assholes. Likewise, in many ways, I don't like this. We live in a much kinder, gentler society where we have to, like, take people's feelings into consideration and shit. We're always concerned with minority groups. So, we're a more progressive society, and that's what kids are growing up with. It's just different. There's no point in being an old lady online about things. I don't like the way things are now. People aren't acting and doing the same things I did when I was a little girl. It's wrong and it stinks. We didn't have fancy toys. I had a wooden doll. And if you wanted entertainment, you had to gather around the radio. And the only time the radio station would come in would be like at night. So we could only listen at 9 p.m. Otherwise, it was like fucking static. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds great. This is what you want to get back to. This is what we need. That's what's wrong with society. It's always, that's what's wrong with society. Because things aren't the way they were back in the fucking 1970s or 60s or whatever, when it was a utopia. It was a shithole back then. The whole world was a disaster. Take off those rose-tinted bifocals, you old crow. By the way, I know you think everything after 1975 has been the worst, but LASIK eye surgery was popularized in the 1990s. You can fix those papers up right quick. And don't forget about all the new heart disease and diabetes medication keeping you alive. Whatever. I apologize. I digress. I'm getting all worked up. See, this is what happens when I get on Facebook. Those fucking Facebook groups. All right, listen, I have a bunch of great audio to share with you today. I am, of course, a sucker for commercial jingles and full bloom songs advertising a product. Talk about memories being unlocked. I recently ran across one of these things, and it kind of rubs me the wrong way, as a lot of things do. This is a commercial for Summer's Eve Douche, which, of course, is a product for stinky pussies. You know, if you got a yeast infection or something's bubbling down there, something's not so fresh, you wash. You're not supposed to need Summer's Eve. Like, if you douche a bunch, chances are, you got something funky-dunky going on downstairs and you should really see a doctor. But okay, maybe occasionally you want to pamper your snatch. Maybe it's like, I don't know, your anniversary or something, and you want your man pleasantly surprised. So you pick up some Summer's Eve feminine wash.
I'm dreaming of summer, cool breezes, fresh air.
Like right there. 2 seconds in, I can't handle this. This woman is imagining a summer breeze, the smells of the season, because those odors are emanating from her twat after she douches. Thanks to Summer's Eve, I can sniff summer scents all the time. I just have to bend down, and inhale my crotch.
I'm dreaming of summer, cool breezes, fresh air. When I want that feeling, Summer's Eve takes me there. It's clean, fresh feeling, keeps the good times on my mind.
That is so much pressure to put on your pussy. Look, I've been so depressed. I just want to remember the good times. Vagina, I'm turning to you. You're my only hope. I've got a fucking knife up to my throat, and I'm willing to slit it. I'm gonna end it all, unless you give me what I need. Queef up some precious memories. I need that breeze wafting up to my nostrils.
Brings back freshness anytime.
Bring back the fresh, cool, clean feeling of summer anytime.
This is not standard vaginal odor. Bring back the freshness. Cool, clean, summertime breezes. I don't associate that with pussies. Maybe if you describe the scent as a Rhode Island coastal seascape, complete with brackish waters containing fish and mollusks, infusing the ocean with a briny, salty stink, then I could buy it. That's more believable.
Cool, clean feeling of summer anytime with Summer's Eve.
It's clean, fresh feeling, keeps the good times on my mind. Summer's Eve brings back freshness anytime.
Well, there you go. That's how Summer's Eve was advertised in the 80s. Gotta say, it's better than how douches were advertised in the 1970s.
Many women prefer using a douche to clean out their vagina.
Yeah, clean out your vagina with douches.
Many fine commercially prepared douches are now on the market. There are concentrate or powdered douches, which, when mixed with warm water, have a deodorizing and cleansing effect on the vagina. Also, many types of flavored and scented douches. Concentrates
Flavored? I don't think you meant flavored.
can be purchased through mail-order houses. The flavors and scents range from peach nectar, raspberry, and tutti frutti to champagne and even honey.
It's like the lifestyles of the rich and famous between your legs. Champagne pussies and caviar cunts. Better than summer sea scallops or whatever the hell Summer's Eve was advertising in that commercial. Anyway, let's move on from douches. We've got a potential new TikTok here, courtesy of DV listener and Discord user Slapplebags. Slapplebags knows I'm a sucker for mushmouth idiots. The bigger the speech impediment, the harder I fall for them. I'm going to turn this over to you guys and ask you, can you figure out, can you decipher what he's saying here?
Apple butter duo, apple butter duo, apple butter duo, apple butter duo.
Apple butter dildo. Did they update that phonetic alphabet without telling me? Pretty sure it used to be Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta. I think I do like apple butter dildo better. No, he's not saying that. Let's listen again closely here.
Apple butter duo, apple butter duo, apple butter duo, apple butter duo. Duo or duo work. How about a good one?
I don't know a lot of what he's saying, but I did manage to figure out he's not saying alpha butter dildo or whatever. He's saying happy birthday.
Apple butter duo.
Happy birthday.
Apple butter duo.
Happy birthday to happy birthday to you. He's singing the song Happy Birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear.
Happy birthday to
Happy birthday to Apple Butter Dildo. Here's another video. I'm going to give you a clue. Here, I'm going to give you a clue. No more bullshit. Like Jack Repney. So I'm going to give you a little clue here, what he's talking about. He's holding up a bottle of iced tea.
I'm going to addicted and into Dixie tickets. Go.
Okay, does anyone want to take a guess what this guy was saying? Let's listen to this again.
I'm going to addicted and into Dixie tickets. Go.
And it's referring to the tea he has in his hand.
I'm going to addicted and into Dixie tickets. Go.
Okay, time's up. What he's saying here is he's giving himself a bit of a challenge. He says, I'm going to drink this in under 60 seconds. Go.
I'm going to addicted and into Dixie tickets. Go.
All right, he's going to town there.
Did it go to Akana tickets?
For some reason, I think I got that one. He's saying it's too cold to chug. This video is only 55 seconds long, and it appears he finishes.
I did it.
So he wins.
Don't forget to work and bow.
I think that's don't forget to like and follow. I truly am the Tard Whisperer here. Now, what's very interesting is occasionally when he has something very important that he wants to say, he will not attempt to speak it. Instead, he uses text to speech. And that's where we learn this little piece of information.
I just need to address this. Yes, when I was 13 years old, I made a lot of bad mistakes. One of them being I touched a 9-year-old girl. I did not molest her. Molest means to fuck. I didn't do that, I just touched her.
No, first of all, molest does not mean to fuck. Apparently that text-to-speech program you're using doesn't have a built-in dictionary. The thing I don't get is, like, how did this even come up where he has to respond and apologize? The dude is like 37 years old now. So this is ancient history. This happened long before the internet or, TikTok was around. He must have talked about it in one of his videos. Although, even if he did talk about it, how the fuck are you going to understand what he's saying? I'm a legend, and I'm 90, and I'm a put it, and I snipped it. And they're like, what? Most people wouldn't even be able to decipher that. I mean, I can, because I'm the Tard Whisperer. By the way, shame on you. Sniffing your fingers afterwards? Gross, man. Here's one more video where he actually speaks.
But I got a new button up on Amazon and it did what you do.
Yeah. Oh no. We've got dueling mushmouths here. Stop! We totally need to hook this guy up with Big Samuda. What a power couple they would make. And by that I mean they sound like power tools when they speak. Like leaf blowers. Bang, 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 bang. All right, let's move on. Oh, I do have a TikTard or Utard update for you. For some reason, Tony has been very active. He's the guy that thinks satellites are making his teeth rotten. Yeah, there's a satellite man pointing satellites at this poor guy's head, rotting out his teeth. But there's so much more to Tony than just that. Like in this most recent video.
And these satellite controllers have tried to make up lies about genetics. And these people was trying to steal my genetics. They were trying to steal my teeth. They were trying to steal my blood and sperm and my hermaphrodite eggs. These people, and they must get prosecuted for poaching.
That sounds good, doesn't it? Poached hermaphrodite eggs. Drizzle a little hollandaise sauce on that. Fry up some ladyboy dick sausage, and baby, you got a breakfast going there.
And I have not received any lawsuit monies. And, these people was trying to see if they could drive me crazy.
Some say they succeeded in that. Now, you may remember last time I featured Tony, I pointed out something that I thought was a bit odd that was posted on his wall. Not the Man-Witch rapper, nor the Sweet and Low rapper. I mean, that shit is art. Of course, the Man-Witch rapper deserves to be framed and put on a wall. No, he has a ballet poster which I thought was kind of strange. It's this huge ballet poster of someone by the name of Misty Copeland. Apparently, he's under the impression that he has dated many supermodels and ballerinas. And the only reason he can't get one of these girls now is because, you guessed it, the Satellite Man.
I'm not sure which girls claim to be with me. I'm not sure which ballerina girls or rhythmic gymnastic girls or whichever girl wants to get in contact with me. But these government gay men are blocking me from having female relations. And that is a crime.
It sounds like the Satellite Man, the man in control of the satellites, is gay and in love with Tony, and he doesn't want Tony to be fucking around with a woman, right? Satellite Man wants Tony for himself. That's my theory. I mean, this is a rom-com just waiting to happen.
It even says on court documents that if the government blocks me from having a girlfriend, the government can't get prosecuted. I haven't received any lawsuit monies yet. These gay men are living their gay lifestyles, having their gay parties, and they're trying to make my life miserable by blocking me from having a girlfriend and their activity of spying on me for their sexual fetishes and torturing me.
Yeah, gays are the fucking worst. I've been saying this for years.
They must get prosecuted for every goddamn violation that can be found on these people in any fucking way.
I mean, I'm including myself there. I totally expect a court summons in the mail real soon. I am shaking in my fabulous gay boots. Finally now, before we get into the news, I've got an altercation that took place at a McDonald's right before closing time. The employees apparently told this guy as he was entering that the store is closed. They are no longer making any food, and they tried to shut the door behind him. He did not care for that at all.
Let me tell you, call the police. Motherfucker, you hit my baby with that dope, bitch. Fuck that.
By the way, I'm assuming this is a guy. It could be a woman.
You hit my baby with that dope. Hit my baby with that dope again, I'm gonna beat your ass. Now how about that, bitch? Don't you motherfucking hit my baby with no motherfucking dope, bitch. How about that, hoe? Now call the police, bitch. You hit my baby with that motherfucking dope, bitch.
As we learned from the rodeo burger incident at Burger King, cops don't like to be bothered about fast food disputes, but okay.
It ain't motherfucking 10 o'clock. You can't close, hoe. I don't give a fuck what corporate say. Bitch, you can't close, hoe. Don't hit my baby with no fucking door again, bitch. Call the police, bitch. You hit my baby with a fucking door, bitch.
Here's the thing. After creating such a scene, a disturbance, let's say they do take your order. Would you honestly feel comfortable in eating the food they're going to provide you? I mean, obviously they're going to spit in it or worse.
Fuck asshole. That bitch hit my baby with the door. Cause I was standing in the door, I said she can't close at 10 o'clock. That bitch slammed the door on my fucking baby.
Obviously, the video starts after the dough incident, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it did not go down exactly as this person is describing. They were probably insistent on coming into the McDonald's. They were fighting with the employee. They were trying, the employee was trying to close the door. This person was trying to push their way in. There was a struggle. The employee finally got the door closed and, maybe grazed the baby. By the way, you don't even hear the baby. It's either dead or it's fine. The video abruptly cuts because apparently the employees just wanted this person to leave. So they said, all right, what do you want to eat? And he apparently asked for a 10-piece chicken nuggets. And that's where the next part of the video picks up.
So these bitches tried me, right? They mad at me. I ordered a 10-piece motherfucking chicken nugget meal. And they gave me a biscuit. That's it.
In case you couldn't understand what they were saying, the employees placed a single biscuit in the 10-piece chicken nugget container. This video can't be real, right? I mean, you would notice when you're walking away that there's a difference in weight. Like there would be nuggets shifting around in that box. Plus, a biscuit is way lighter than 10 nuggets. I don't know, maybe this person was just so angry and frustrated and worked up, he just, got his nuggets and stormed out of the McDonald's, and that's when he discovered that there was only a biscuit in there. By the way, biscuits are only sold during breakfast hours, so it's probably, if anything, a cold biscuit.
That's it. I am done. That is it.
All right.
That is it.
He's heading back into the McDonald's now, which I bet you he's going to have a problem. I'm pretty sure they've locked the doors at this point.
Y'all know what y'all did? Y'all know what y'all did. Bring y'all ass on out here. It ain't even 10 o'clock. Y'all can't close. No, y'all know what y'all did. Y'all know what y'all did. Come on out here. Come on out here. And I'm going to record this shit. Come on out here. Y'all know what the fuck y'all did. Open the door. Call the police back. Whatever y'all want to do. Call the police again. I don't give a fuck about corporate. Y'all ain't going to try me like that.
Let me fast forward here.
Man, fuck y'all. Give me back my motherfucking money. Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all ain't gonna play at me like that, man. I'ma show y'all something. Y'all can do what? Call the police. Do whatever the fuck y'all. Nah, I don't want that. I ain't see y'all make that. I ain't see y'all make that. I don't trust them nuggets. Fuck no.
Oh, yeah. Employees are coming out with actual nuggets now. That ship has sailed. I'm with this guy. I would not trust those nuggets.
I don't trust y'all right now. I don't want the motherfucking nuggets. I don't want them. Put it back. I want my fucking money back. I don't want no nuggets from y'all, bitch. Y'all gonna put a motherfucking biscuit in my shit like it's funny? I don't want no motherfucking nuggets, bitch.
To be honest, it is kind of funny.
How about that?
There's another cut, and I can't tell if he's actually back in the McDonald's or not. I can't imagine they would let him in.
I don't want nothing. Give me my motherfucking money. And I'm not playing with y'all. You know, damn way I had no business. That was $14. What is this?
$14 for 10 nuggets?
You're nasty. I ain't got no problem with you because I don't think it was you. I don't think it was you. But I don't know about you, but not you either. Where that little fat bitch at? What a fat hoe? Not you. What a fat bitch at? You fat bitch, you better hide, hoe.
Yeah, somehow he got back into the McDonald's.
You and your manager can suck my dick, you dirty body bitches. Fuck you, hoe. What you said? You nasty bitches. Now pay the food again, bitch. And guess what, hoe? You lose your job and that fat, big, bad body bitch losing her job with you. You stink, bitch. I recorded it.
Fat body bitch. I do like the sounds of that.
She getting fired, and that little fat bitch over there, wherever she at.
Well, ultimately, it looks like he got his refund. I think they just threw money at him or something. I noticed that fat-bodied bitch kept her distance, though. She must have been the mastermind behind the whole chicken nugget biscuit switcheroo. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy bizarre twist to the fucked up news right now. The number one way to help out the podcast and ensure that it continues on for a long, long time, well, that's to become a member of the Sideshow. When you sign up, you gain access to the archive of shows. More importantly, every week I do brand new exclusive programs just for Sideshow members. These Sideshow exclusive episodes typically occur on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That means yesterday's episode was Sideshow exclusive, and I'll be doing another one tomorrow. Now, remember, if you sign up through the website over there at superfreaksideshow.com, you get a personalized RSS feed that you can plug into most podcasting apps that you might use, like Overcast, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts is another one. As long as they work well with password protected feeds or premium feeds that accept usernames and passwords, should work with the Sideshow pretty well. Now, if you use Apple Podcasts or Spotify to listen to DV, there's another way to sign up. It's even easier. You can sign up right in those apps. So you get onto Spotify, look for a distorted view. You can see where you can sign up for Sideshow access right in the app. Bing, bang, boom, couple taps. You'll see the Sideshow exclusive episodes right alongside the free episodes in your feed. Same deal with Apple Podcasts. For more information on all the ways to sign up, distortedview.com and superfreaksideshow.com. Those are the websites to check out. One final way to help support DV, we've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/distortedview. You can pledge as little as $1 over there. Every little bit helps. And if you pledge $5, you get access to a special voicemail line, and I play those calls first and kind of jump to the front of the line in the voicemail. So typically I'm at least a month or 2 or 3 or 4 behind on voicemails. If you want to hear your call on the same day or the next day, pledge $5 over there at patreon.com. It really does help me out. Thank you so much to all my patrons and, of course, Sideshow members. You are the reason I'm able to continue doing this show. All right, 3 very quick stories now. First up, You may have heard about a story involving a pilot who decided to turn off the engines to the plane while in the air, which typically you don't want to do if you want to remain alive. Engines are very important to the continued operation of jet planes. In case you didn't know, I understand. We're not all pilots. We don't know the minutia of operating these things. The off-duty pilot facing 83 attempted murder charges after he allegedly tried to shut off the engines of a plane mid-flight on Saturday night admitted to taking psychedelic mushrooms, new arrest documents claim. Hey, guess who loves mushrooms?
Ladies and gentlemen,
your pilot for this non-stop flight to Groovy Town will be
Mr. Vincent Price.
I love mushrooms.
Oh, we're going on a trip, baby. Joseph David Emerson, 44, was riding in the cockpit of the plane as an authorized occupant when he unsuccessfully attempted to disrupt the operation of the engine. So he wasn't even really the pilot. I mean, he was a pilot, but he was not piloting this plane. Nor was he piloting the pussy. All right, in an official complaint, Emerson is stated to have been sitting in the cockpit's jump seat when, after chatting with pilots for several minutes, suddenly said, "I'm not okay, man," before pulling the handles off the fire suppression system, which are used to stop engine fires and to shut off fuel to the engines. One of the pilots grabbed Emerson while the other declared an in-flight emergency. He initially resisted, but records say he finally settled down after a 30-second struggle. Court documents state Emerson wasn't able to fully pull down the handles and fully shut off the engines. If he had, then it would have shut down the hydraulics and the fuel to the engine, turning the aircraft into a glider within seconds. Witnesses said Emerson peacefully walked to the back of the plane. "Sorry, guys. Sorry, my bad. I'm tripping balls over here. It's cool. You have a lovely family. Enjoy your vacation." Once seated in the back, he reportedly told a flight attendant, "You need to cuff me right now, or it's gonna be bad." They put his wrists in a pair of flex cuffs. Once the airplane made an emergency landing at the Portland International Airport, Port of Portland police put Emerson under arrest. During a police interview, Emerson said he was having a nervous breakdown and hadn't slept for 40 hours. That he also felt dehydrated and tired. He admitted to pulling the handles and said he did it because "I thought I was dreaming and I just wanted to wake up." Yeah, I've done, we've talked about this here on the show. I've done stuff like that when I was, dreaming and I wanted to wake up. You jump off a building or shoot yourself in the head or something in a dream. That could go horribly wrong if you miscalculate. If you're like this guy and you merely think you're dreaming, I thought I was dreaming and I just want to wake up. The officer in Emerson talked about the use of psychedelic mushrooms, and Emerson said it was his first time taking the shrooms. The U.S. Attorney's Office, District of Oregon, said Emerson is also facing a federal charge of interfering with flight crew members and attendants. He faces more than 160 state charges, holy shit, including attempted murder and reckless endangerment. In the documents, arresting officers stated that at one point, Emerson said that he, quote, tried to kill everybody. That about sums it up nicely, I guess. All right, second story we have for you today. A man has been jailed for spitting on a paramedic. I mean, these charges seem quaint compared to that last news story. I mean, that dude's dealing with 160 state charges, not to mention all the other federal shit going on. We're trying to murder people in the air by shutting off jet engines. You spit on someone. I mean, that's like, what, a fine? Pay the $50 or do the community service. Why is this news? A man has been jailed for spitting on a paramedic after failing to grab a lift home in an ambulance. Christian Monreal, 28, called the equivalent to 911 over there in England, which is 999. So he called 999, the emergency line, and claimed that he had been stabbed outside of a supermarket in Warwickshire in the early hours of April 13th. But here's the thing. He wasn't stabbed. He just, didn't want to walk home. It's super late. He was tired. He didn't have money for an Uber or something, right? So could an ambulance just come and take him home? I mean, honestly, if you think about it, it is kind of a medical emergency. His feet were tired. He could barely pick them up. He was shuffling down the street. Paramedics raced to the scene, but when they arrived, he admitted that he was completely uninjured. I would have at least tried to make it seem like something was going on. Like I thought I was shot. Apparently, it just missed me. I do have a rather bothersome hangnail, or better yet, blame it on an ingrown toenail. You can't expect a man to walk home with a bad ingrown toenail like that, right? He said he called 999 because he wanted a lift home, but when the ambulance crew refused, he spat on the paramedic. He was promptly arrested on suspicion of assaulting an emergency worker, and while he was searched, police found 3 buds of cannabis. Monreal was taken into police custody, but later that day, he smashed up his cell and spat at a custody officer. I don't even know how you smash up your prison cell. Do they come like completely furnished in England? Are they basically like efficiency apartments? Prison is just like so much better overseas. All right, so he trashed his cell and spat on another officer. After his release from custody, he received treatment at the George Eliot Hospital and was discharged on April 23rd. So this happened a while ago. When he refused to leave the hospital, security was called and he became aggressive to staff. He was escorted off-site, but he became abusive and flicked a lit cigarette at one of the guards, causing a burn on her neck. Monreal appeared at Warwick Crown Court on October 11th, where he was jailed for 6 months. The attorney said clearly there are issues that Monreal must work through. Ultimately, he is a danger to others, and the courts have found him to be fit to take responsibility for his actions. The fact that Monreal feels he is entitled to abuse police staff, paramedics, and NHS staff is seriously concerning. We absolutely welcome this sentence. I hope it serves as a warning to others. Attack the people who work day and night to keep you safe, and you will be locked up. Final story we have for you today. Let's return back to the greatest country in the world, the US of A. A Connecticut father who reported his child missing after a supermarket visit. Let me guess, the child wasn't missing and you just wanted a ride home. Same shit, different country. This man was arrested Monday because cops found out that he was actually just intoxicated and, in fact, left his kid at home. That's why he couldn't find him. He wasn't missing. I mean, ultimately, the child was probably safer being left at home. Colby Parker, 30, called police at around 8:18 p.m., frantic, to report his child missing from his car parked outside the Price Chopper. One of my favorite names for a grocery store. A Price Chopper. This happened just east of Hartford, Connecticut. He said he had gone into the store and left the child in his vehicle, but they were missing on his return. That sparked a mass search involving Connecticut State Police troopers, supermarket staff, and local police departments. Basically just a colossal waste of time. Canine teams were even called in. They arrived on the scene and local residents were alerted. Can we get an Amber Alert over here? All right, staff from the supermarket then reviewed closed-circuit television footage. At this point, they discovered that Parker had made 2 trips to the store that evening. I wonder if, one trip was with the kid and then he completely forgot that he came home and went back. On the first visit, yes, he was accompanied by a child. But the second time around, it was just Parker, probably looking to buy more alcohol, right? At around 9:12 p.m., troopers arrived at the child's home, just to see what was going on. The child was found there, safe and well. Officers asked Parker to participate in a standardized field sobriety test, which were not performed to standard. That means he failed the sobriety tests. Further investigation revealed that Parker was unaware that the child had not traveled with him to the store on the second trip. The child was handed over to a family member while Parker was arrested and later charged. He faces 4 alleged offenses, including operation of a motor vehicle under the influence of alcohol and drugs, ting, reckless endangerment in the second degree, ting, ting, risk of injury to a child, ting, 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 and breach of peace in the second degree. Ting! That last one got a Richard Simmons ting. All right, there you go. That, my friends, is your distorted news for Wednesday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. All All right, guys, love to hear from you freaks, and there are many ways to contact the show at distortedview.com. I'm all over social media at distortedview on Twitter and Instagram, facebook.com/distortedviewshow. Listen, I've got one patron call here, and then we'll do some regular voicemails and call it a day.
Hey, Timmy Boo, it's Davey Manson, Sideshow Freak, Patreon member.
Hello?
My mom's birthday is on the 25th. I may be calling too late to try to get a birthday message, but if you happen to have any of those sound clips from Susanna names or Susan names, also acceptable, and if not, you can totally sing happy birthday to her. I'm sending you money on PayPal as soon as I get.
That was you. Okay, yeah. I got some a little bit of PayPal money, and I think you signed up for Patreon. Of course,
you can do either or.
Of course, I'm going to help you out. Don't you worry your pretty little
I'd rather
head.
have your birthday message, but I'm totally cool with it. I just wanted to try to see if I catch enough time. Either way, hope you're having a good week, buddy. Bye now.
You caught me just in the nick of time. Well, Susan or Suzanne or Sue.
Susan, Sue, Susie, Susan.
Oh, now you've confused Richard Simmons here.
Sue, Susie, Susan, Sweetie.
He's glitching out. Richard, just go with Susan. Susan is fine.
Susan.
There we go.
Happy birthday, happy birthday. Oh, my little sugar to you. I wish I could kiss your Kepala right now. Right on the Kepala. Maybe I should bake you a nice kugel, and we could have a nice glass of Manischewitz together. I love you, Boobala. Happy birthday. L'chaim, Lohilem, whatever Chaim you want. Bye, doll face. La, 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 la.
Susan.
Sue, Susie,
Oh, here we go again.
Sweetie, Susie, Susan. You asshole, you.
Richard, no. Susanna Susan is not an asshole. How dare you? On her birthday. Go back into hiding. We haven't heard from Richard in, 10, 15 years? All right, next up here. Yes, caller. Go right ahead. Hello. Speak loudly and clearly. Okay, I don't know what the hell's going on here. It's go! Fucking dumb computer!
Hey, Tim. I wanted to comment on how they had your prescription medicine hostage. They did the same shit to me, man. They
Oh, yeah, they would not refill my prescription unless I went to the doctor for a checkup. But it's not even like addiction-forming medicine. It's heart pills. What the fuck am I going to do with that? Like, crush them up and snort them?
They pay $5 copay for only 1 month compared to 6 months prescriptions. Assholes. So I went in and I watched The Last of Us, and there was this one episode that just reminded me of just two Tims fucking making out. It was just...
Are we still talking about prescription medicine? I feel like we've strayed away from that. I was trying to figure out how The Last of Us was going to tie into my heart pill problem. All right, next up here. Let's see if this voicemail works. Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. Seriously, what the hell is going on today? I can't tell if these are problems with the voicemail, like idiots not leaving messages, or what. Oh, yeah.
Hello, Tim. Emma Watson is attacking my feet with the AI.
Oh, it's Tamir calling in.
I need your help. Emma Watson is attacking Emma Watson. I will kill Emma Watson with feet.
That's a pretty good Tamir impression. I'll give you that. At first I thought you were doing a Bernie Sanders impression, and that got me thinking, wow, Tamir really does kind of sound like Bernie Sanders. I am once again asking you, Emma Watson is attacking my feet. They kind of have that same way of speaking. All right, let's do one more call here. Jesus.
Bag of Cum here, long-time caller, first-time listener. Today is July 19th, and if I've timed it out correctly, happy birthday.
You're off by several months. Unless you thought this was going to be played in August of 2024, you're kind of closer to that than you are. my birthday in 2023. All right. Well, thank you very much for all the calls. Keep them coming. It's all the time we have on this edition of the program. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-66. Oh, God. Is it? Oh, God.
They were trying to steal my blood and sperm and my hermaphrodite egg.
Spread the distortion. STD, tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. Tomorrow's episode is going to be Sideshow exclusive. If you want to hear it, you got to sign up, superfreaksideshow.com. Otherwise, I'll see you back on Friday to end the week. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Not so long ago, my son came out of the closet, and a year later he told us he was becoming an atheist.
I guess my question here is, what's going to send him to hell faster, the gay thing or the atheist thing? What should I really hate him for? It's got to be the gay thing, right?
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.